This is perfect for you, Dave.
Yeah.
I just saw this now. The question is, will these futuristic things or things that seem futuristic really last and catch on, or will they fizzle out? And the top one that got the most people said this will be a thing is 3D printing. And this means you would literally have a 3D printer in your house. You know, we've had people 3D print stuff for us for a while now, for a few years now. But I've never really witnessed a 3D printer.
I still don't get it.
I don't either.
I mean, people 3D print everything. I mean, like microphones and guns. And
I don't know where it comes from.
So you think that in 20 years, much like home computers, there'll be a 3D printer in every home?
That's the question. And 82% think that, yes, almost every home will have a 3D printer, like you have a microwave.
Does your son know what that is? He's 17, Kelly.
He might. I don't know. He doesn't know much.
I don't know.
Let's turn to BB Shea. Have you any experience with 3D printing?
No experience at all.
Those things baffle. I'm with you, and I don't think they're going to be in every home in.
What do you put in them? What do you fill them with?
What do you work?
Toner.
Yeah, I mean, what do you exactly?
It's like some sort of material that, like, it's weird.
Is there a material?
It's a material. It's probably very expensive,
and it makes plastics and
yes,
kind of plasticky, right?
Yeah. Somebody 3D printed a steak one time and cooked it and ate it.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What? Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Well, that's on here too.
No.
Well, on here's lab grown meat.
Yeah.
Now I think that will be a thing. Dave doesn't.
Oh, I think it'll be a thing.
You do.
Yeah, I just
But
don't want any part of it.
you're not going to eat it.
No. Are you drunk?
But do you think 50 years from now that'll be meat?
I do.
No more cows roaming the plains?
I do.
I hope not.
I think that's the way it'll be. And
Why?
I think that we'll get serious about.
Come
Sorry.
on.
Please finish. We as a species, not us.
No, not us.
Not this Jen.
No,
not the BB Shea Jen.
No.
Not your son's Jen.
No, I think.
Is this our childish generation? Were we adults post World War II, and now we've kind of gotten childish? Now we're going to grow up again?
I think eventually they're going to say cows are such problems for the environment, and environmentalists are going to say
Let's put the entire industry out of business.
global warming. And yes, the industry will be out of business, and there'll be lab-grown meats because it's so much cheaper and so much better for the environment, and you can basically have the same perfect steak over and over again.
But what do you do with all the farmers and the transport industry and the slaughter industry?
What are you going to do with the cows? Just let them roam?
Yes.
Set them free?
You're going to have wild cows?
There'll be wild
Or
cows.
you want them extinct?
There'll be wild cows. I don't want any of this. I don't want them extinct. I do believe that the lab-grown meat will be a huge thing.
I don't think people saving the environment will ever trump their need to eat good food.
But I think this food will taste just like. I mean, people say it already does. I mean, people who have lab-grown steaks and burgers say it's the exact same.
But what are you putting in your body?
What's lab-grown?
So is this cup, but I don't go eating it.
Yeah, but I mean, the stuff we put in our bodies already. Look, is
I
it any
know, but
worse
that's-
than? Is it any
At
worse?
least it was a living organism.
Yeah.
But many things weren't. Many things we eat are not. I mean, you go eat Cheetos or something. You know what is that?
Styrofoam.
Right. So I mean, we are okay with not.
Yeah, but it comes from wheat and soy, right? Or at least corn.
Well, what does lab-grown meat come from?
I have no idea.
It's got to have something. It's got to have something in there. Plant. I don't know.
Yeah, it's soybean
and stuff like
plant,
that.
I guess, but a bunch of chemicals. I can't imagine it'd be good for you. I mean, long term, it can't be good for you. I mean, we're humans. We're supposed to an extent, I think we're supposed to eat meat.
But steaks and burgers are not good for you.
But we're supposed to
Nobody
eat
said
that
that.
as a species.
I
You're not
mean-
supposed to eat a lot of it.
Well, maybe, but it's not good for you. I'll bet lab-grown meat is as healthy for you as cow's meat.
I don't think it's bad for you if you live the life you're supposed to live and work out and do what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think you can eat it. You can eat meat. I mean, it doesn't help that there's a burger joint on every corner.
But I bet the same thing goes for lab-grown meat. I bet it will be as healthy as cow's meat. I mean,
I think there's more chemicals in that, though.
Well, you may be right.
When you get a steak, it's usually mostly meat.
Okay.
I mean, it's all meat.
Yes.
This might have soy in it, but God knows what else.
Oh, you're probably right. But I just think it will be commonplace.
After we get serious as a people.
We're going to get serious.
We're going to sit down.
as a people on environmental needs.
Do you want to run for president on the Let's Get Rid of Cows platform?
No, I don't. But I just think gradually things will change. You know, it's like I believe electric cars are going to be the thing. We're going to put the oil and gas business out of business in 50 years. It's an enormous business, but I think it's going that direction. Can't you see it?
Well, the car manufacturers do.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it going that way. The other one on here, another thing is, speaking of which, self-driving cars. And 67% say they believe that more than 50% of the cars on the road will be self-driving in 40, 50 years.
For that, but it just needs some more time these things just aren't quite where they need to be.
But as humans, we are lousy drivers.
Oh, yeah.
As a species.
We are.
Awful drivers.
And there's a lot of drivers. There's too many drivers.
Now, do you think that the oil and gas industry will be put out of business by electric cars? You think you don't? You still think it'll always be oil and gas, at least somewhere. Somewhat.
It's like the cigarette industry.
But see, that's basically, it's not been put out of business, but it's a shell of what it was 50 years ago.
Not in Asia and Europe, it's still huge.
But it's a shell of what it was worldwide. I mean, there's way fewer cigarettes being smoked. So I think the same thing here with meat and with oil and gas.
But just having electric cars for sale doesn't mean that everybody can gas them up and charge them up. I mean, that has not been worked out yet.
No, not yet. But we're talking about 50 years from now. Eventually, it'll get worked out. I mean, we've had this discussion.
Yeah, but the problem is that states like California, and you'll see Congress and the president will say, I want X, or car manufacturers will say by such and such a year, no more gas power. It's unfeasible. I think the goalposts are too close.
They keep saying that. I've seen
by 2035, no more internal combustion cars.
Yeah.
And you'll have to find out ways to manufacture electricity. You can't do it with water out west.
But don't you think that them saying that by Ford has said it, and all of them have said, and you say the government, some states are saying, don't you think just by saying this that it means 50 years from now it's going to happen? I mean, eventually we're going to change over.
I get closer to it.
Yeah, I
mean, we said a lot back in the 70s about
sure did
energy stuff and getting rid of gas and oil and
we did and going metric.
It's almost been 50 years.
We said metric. That's right. But now I think we're starting to roll up our sleeves on this.
Are we?
As a people,
I think we're starting.
We're growing up. We're adults here. We're going to sit down and talk about it.
Rolling up our sleeves on these things. The next is: do you think these things will fizzle or really be something commonplace in the next 50 years? Artificial organ transplants, where you get an artificial heart or kidney or liver, and that
instead of from a living donor, human donor.
It's artificial, and 69% say that will happen and be commonplace in the next 50 years.
Already kind of tiptoed into that,
but it hasn't worked yet. But we have tipped. Yes, we've done it, but not really successfully yet. Didn't somebody just get? Oh, they got a pig heart.
But the person didn't live very long.
No,
but the person was deathly ill.
They made it about a month. What was the guy who got the? We talked about this. The Jarvik heart.
Yeah,
that was an artificial heart.
Yeah, was that in the 90s?
Yeah, but he didn't live very long either.
No, he never left the hospital, I don't think.
I think you're right on this. But all of these things are things people think will be a real thing.
I can see medical advancing.
Oh, me too.
Way more than a societal change. Medical advances, I think, they'll continue to grow apace.
That's amazing.
And prescriptions.
Other than changing our behaviors and our mindsets.
Like I said, we're putting our nose to the grindstone on these
sleeves
up. Sleeves rolled up. Going to get this thing done. Stan, you're talking about electric cars and advances in technology. Go ahead.
Yeah, the electric cars. I work in the electronics recycling, reclaiming business, and so I work around batteries a lot. I hate to say absolute, but the electric car will never be practical in our lifetime. Here's why. A battery is not creating energy. It's just storing it. You've got to have that coming from somewhere. Now, hybrid, but battery cars just don't have the range, endurance, or practicality. But like I say, hybrids, there's possibilities of that.
Interesting. Hybrids, they do seem to be more feasible to me. I mean, I know a guy with a Prius.
No, you don't.
Thank you, Stan. I do. I know a guy with a Prius. I know a guy.
Hang on, let that breathe, y'all. Please clap. I know a guy with a Prius.
Thank you, Stan. Well, I know a guy with a Tesla, too.
Ooh,
all right.
dang.
Okay, all right.
My God.
Who you running with?
You don't hear them roll up at the pickleball court.
No, you don't. I was like,
is he here? I didn't hear him.
Is Austin's not here? Right here.
Come here. We didn't hear you come in. Of course you did.
Well, dang, man, you teleport here.
Boy, you should see me the first time I saw that thing. It was a Tesla. I said, woo! I just stood around it, looked at it, stared at it like it was some sort of zoo animal. I could not believe it was even there.
Great point by the caller, Bill.
Yes, I agree.
You got to create the energy to put in the battery.
Yeah, I think
that's what I meant about the West Coast. I mean, you're not going to get water like from dams and whatever else to produce electricity out there. They ain't got none.
They don't have any water.
That's going to be your big thing in 50 years.
Okay, here's some other things. Regular people going to space on a regular basis with the Elon Musks, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You think that will happen?
Yes.
It'd be affordable that you could literally go up there just to see what space is like.
Yeah.
Only 44% of people said yes to that. And which
that's for entertainment purposes, yeah. I mean, not to do anything. It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't.
It would be like William Shatner going.
Just go up for 10 minutes.
But right now it costs $250,000, so you can't really do it. But eventually it'll be affordable. It'll be like.
Why will it be more affordable?
Affordable will always be a stretch, but yes, more affordable.
Yeah, what makes it more affordable?
Why does the price come down?
Yeah.
You have to have better technology, better rocket engines.
Well, why does the price of anything come down when you have more of it? But that won't have
unless there's rockets going up every other day
all the time. Then it won't be the case.
And you have to use fusion or fission or something better than what we have now. That's rocket fuel. It's what you're trying to get away from.
So and I've proven here we can do it.
Yes,
we're getting rid of.
Will you take an electric rocket up, Kelly?
Yes.
There's not enough electricity.
I won't.
So you got to pull away from gravity.
I won't take a rocket.
That's the big thing.
I'll only go up in an
Well, we'll have to use a drop cord.
We're gonna have to get a long one.
That's the only way I'll go up.
You need a power strip.
That's the only way I'm going to go up in this thing.
Everybody bring a drop cord.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Now you plug yours into hers.
Plug into each other.
All right.
You plug into his.
Here's your next one now. Will these things fizzle out or be something that most people use in the next 40 to 50 years? Cryptocurrency. Will we be trading it, using it?
That's a
big
tough one. That's a tough call.
But 50% said yes.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
I can see that.
Not in the current state. Not in the current state of whatever this crypto is. This is just too volatile.
The Bitcoin,
it's
and what
too
will
up
it
and
be?
down
There's
and
so
over.
many of them. It's like, which one are we going to go with?
Will it collapse as a pyramid scheme or become legit?
Some countries do use it, I think.
Somebody.
I think El Salvador does.
Yeah, that's one.
They were the first, weren't they?
They have adopted Bitcoin as currency. You can go into a bodega and order an empanada and pay with Bitcoin.
But I've never seen a Bitcoin in my hand.
Because they don't exist.
But they do. I've seen.
No.
Yes.
No, they don't.
There are ATMs that give them out.
It goes on your phone.
No, I think.
You think the big gold coins with the letter B on them?
No, you've seen the B.
No, those are cartoons.
No.
I've seen the B.
Are you saying there's not bags of money to bank with dollar signs on them?
No.
With a guy with a top hat that delivers them?
No, I think there are.
No.
Somewhere. Not.
No.
But the word coin is in the name.
Oh, I know the name.
Aren't there gold coins with a B and a little dollar through it?
If there is one, somebody can bring me one.
I thought they were out there somewhere.
No.
I don't think we're ever going to be just like trading in Bitcoin. Do you? Do you think we're going to ever go?
Shay's young.
See,
You're young.
The idea of a Bitcoin is it's worth so much money. So if you were to go get a physical Bitcoin,
yes,
the price of it would change and the value of it would change all the time. So it's like a quarter's 25 cents.
Yeah.
But if you were to go to get a Bitcoin, one day it's worth $25. The next day it's worth $30. I know I'm shorting it, but I mean that's the idea.
So you don't think we're ever going to walk into a McDonald's and the price is going to be 2 Bitcoins and you throw them down?
Because it doesn't really work like that as far as I know.
Okay, all right. And the other was right along that. Will this fizzle out or will it be a thing? NFTs.
Yeah, that's so stupid. No.
Yeah.
There was one. Did I tell you the one that this guy paid $2 million for? I don't even know what it was. It was a picture of some sort. He paid $2 million NFT, and then he went like a year later. I think he bought it last year, and then a few weeks ago he went to sell it, and he got like $250 for it.
Oh, really? He lost that much money on it?
Yeah.
Already.
I don't even remember what it was. It was a picture or a sculpture of some sort.
Already those.
Well, our friend young Megan, she just got back from Coachella, and she said that there was some sort of NFT that she got there that she was able to turn into and purchase a T-shirt with.
That's right.
I don't understand it. I'm not sure she does.
Right,
but she had the shirt.
She's wearing the shirt. The old days you just plucked down money for a shirt. You just said, "Here's $20." They gave you.
They just come across as scams, both of them.
I know those things.
Kind of pyramid-y.
Very pyramid.
Well, maybe not the NFTs. I don't know what that is.
That's a weird.
That's just a weird supply demand thing.
This is money related as well. I told you, anyone within the sound of my voice who stays at a hotel.
Oh, that's right. If you ever plan to stay in a hotel, this could save your life.
This could, or at least your money. The other day you were talking about a hotel. Oh, it was housekeepers going into a hotel at Disney.
At Disney World,
and they were stealing
cash.
That's pretty old fashioned. This is a little bit newer. A family had checked into a hotel, a Holiday Inn Express. This was in Pennsylvania. And the dad got the menu for room service and called down the number given on the menu for room service, ordered a meal for his family for dinner, gave the credit card number. 90 minutes, they said, okay, I'll be up in 30 minutes. Well, 90 minutes goes by. He calls back. Nobody answers. He goes down to the front desk and says, I just ordered room service. They said, we don't have.
There's a Holiday Inn Express, sir.
We have great beds. No room service.
We don't.
Is this person from the United States?
Okay, yes. But the person at the front desk said, we don't have room service. We don't offer.
You would never give a credit card number for room service.
Somebody went to the Holiday Inn Express, slid menus for room service with a Holiday Inn Express logo on the menu under the door. So the person goes to the door, finds the menu, calls his cell phone number, gives him his credit card number. The guy goes on to his app, sees that $6,000 has been taken out of his bank account within an hour and a half. What a scam. I mean, I could see myself falling for something like that.
Really?
Not at a Holiday Inn Express, but
everything is just charged to your room in a hotel that has room service.
I could see it. I could see myself.
You don't pay for the meal.
But if you put a credit card on file, I mean, all you really have to do is if you call and they say, okay, sir, can you give us your credit card number? I mean, can't you see if you call down there and say, we don't have one on file for you?
I'd be a little suspicious of that. You'd say you should have it already.
Would you say that?
I presented it when I checked in.
You need a credit card and an ID to check into a hotel.
You do. And do they keep your credit card number for incidentals?
Yes.
They always do. But I could see myself, if I died, let's say a legitimate room service, and I died down to it, and they said, we don't have your credit card in front of us. We're in the kitchen, or we're, give me your credit card number. I'd probably do it. I see myself doing it.
I'm in room 210.
I see myself doing that. I'm a person who gives out things easily.
I mean,
I'll do
in
that.
room service, you got plenty of time because you're not going to get it for about 2 hours.
They said 30 minutes, and it was an hour and a half.
I want a club sandwich. That'd be $30.
Well, Holiday Inn, you get warm beer and bread.
But this place, they had like the menu, the prices, everything looked exactly right. He ordered and plus the family had no meal that night, and then they had no money left either. $6,000 taken. Matthew, you're talking about Bitcoin. Settle the argument between Dave and myself. Is there a real coin? Go ahead.
I have not seen a real coin. I have used the kiosk where you cash out your Bitcoin, like a Cash App kind of thing. It charges you a percentage, and then you can take it from your Bitcoin wallet and then get like American money, just regular cash.
You get dollars for
straight
it.
Cash.
Okay, so it's
That's
not
correct.
So the thing I see, over the news anchor's head,
A little gold thing with the B.
with a B on it. That's not real.
Doesn't exist.
I picture that coming out of like slot machines.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it. Well, I'm soft-headed.
You just gave your credit card to a stranger.
I'll give my credit card to anybody.